What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I am back today to give you a review of the Callen Schaub collaboration with Saucony on the Shadow 6000 in the white and multi colorway. So if you guys are following my channel, you saw that I reviewed the Pro Grid Omni 9 that released as part of the same pack as this shoe. So this is a collaboration with Callen Schaub, who's a Montreal-based abstract artist known for his incredible use of color in his paintings, which are created using trapezes, pendulums, and spinning machines. So this is his first collaboration with Saucony, and they released two shoes, the Pro Grid Omni 9 and this one, which is the retro classic Shadow 6000 model. So these released on Saucony Canada's website on May 6th, and I want to give a huge thank you over to Saucony Canada for sending me over this pack. These retailed for a price of $140 US or $180 here in Canada. This is a small premium over the typical Saucony Shadow 6000 price, but it makes sense considering this is a limited collaboration, and that's usually how it goes with collabs. So just like the Pro Grid Omni 9, this comes in that same special edition box. So this is done in the sleeve style, it pulls out like this, and on the outer shell it's done in this black color. We have Callen Schaub branding on the top in this multicolor finish. And then on the front end of the box, we have this graphic which is obviously inspired by Callen Schaub's art style. As far as the shoe goes, so starting things off with the toe box, you'll see how the majority of the upper is constructed out of a smooth white colored leather. So on the toe box, the leather here is perforated, and then surrounding the front toe cap, we have more of that smooth white leather, and I want to point out that this is a genuine leather, not synthetic. Covering the eyelets, we have more of that genuine white leather, and then the top two eyelets are constructed out of a white colored TPU. Beneath this on the mid panel, we have this black colored nylon, and then stitched on top of this, we have the signature Saucony stripe or river logo. This is done in a patterned textile, which again is inspired by Callen Schaub's art style with these multicolored directional lines. And then on the lateral side of the toe box, we have this white colored mesh. Moving downwards towards the bottom of the heel, we have a genuine black colored suede, and then we have more white leather above this with Saucony branding embroidered across in pink. We have more of that white netting cutting across the heel, and then on the top of the heel, we have this patterned nylon layer. And before I forget, on the medial edge of the heel, pressed onto the leather, we have this black colored Callen Schaub branding. As far as the laces go, so these come with two different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is a flat style white lace with Callen Schaub's initials on the lace tips, but they also come with a black colored flat lace with these pink colored lace tips instead. Underneath this, we have a padded tongue, which is covered in this black colored nylon on the top. On the top of the tongue, we have this woven tag with Saucony branding and this graphic representing Callen Schaub's art. On the back of the tongue, we have this description about who Schaub is and his art style. And then as far as the interior of the shoe goes, the back half is covered in this blue colored liner, and just like most Shadow 6000s, this collar is pretty minimally padded. For the insoles, so these come with a decently padded foam lined insole. It features this custom graphic on top as a nod to Callen Schaub's art. We have Saucony branding pressed onto the heel of the right foot and Callen Schaub branding on the left foot. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this white colored EVA foam midsole. We have Saucony branding on the lateral heel. And then as far as the outsole goes, so this is all done in the black colored rubber. Just like any other Shadow 6000, we have this triangular shaped traction pattern on the forefoot, and we have Saucony branding visible right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about how these fit, so my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and for the Shadow 6000, I wear between a 10 or a 10.5. So Saucony Canada sent me this pair in a size 10, and they fit me, but they definitely are more on the snug side. So I feel like if you have a narrow or normal width foot and you don't mind more of a snug one-to-one fit, you could go true to size, but if you like more of a spacious toe box, and especially if you have a wider foot, you'd be better off going up a half size. But whatever size you normally wear for the Shadow 6000, just go with that same size and you should be okay for this shoe. Moving on to the comfort, so the Shadow 6000 is going to be fine for an everyday casual use sneaker. You'll feel some level of compression with this EVA foam midsole. It's not going to be anything groundbreaking, it's not one of the most comfortable shoes in my collection, but again, for a retro shoe from 1991 and one that you're going to be wearing casually just to run errands or to walk around in, they're going to feel perfectly fine. They're also surprisingly lightweight as well, so if you're the type of person that likes to rock those late 80s, early 90s type retro shoes, then I think these will be great for you too. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this pair, so first off, the material quality, I thought it was definitely solid. It wasn't the best quality materials I've seen on a Saucony shoe, But the good thing is they actually utilize genuine materials on this upper, none of that overly synthetic, fake feeling leather. But that's not surprising given how Saucony usually over delivers for the price point. And in terms of the build quality, this pair was solid. There were some minor issues with some glue around this midsole area, but I thought the panels lined up between my left and right feet. This is kind of an issue I've seen before in past Saucony sneakers. It wasn't an issue for this pair. And even though there was glue along the midsole, there weren't any stains that I could see along the upper. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up for you, and I'll show you guys how these look. Obviously of this pack, this Shadow 6000 is the more muted version of the two. The Pro Grid Omni 9 takes his art style to the next level, incorporating on the design of the shoe itself, whereas this one is done a little bit more reserved, a bit more conservative, which could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your personal taste. For me, I'm feeling the Pro Grid Omni 9 a lot more, and personally I find it to be a lot more comfortable than the Shadow 6000, but this has more of that classic, timeless look, and I think at the end of the day, this shoe will probably have a bit more staying power or lasting power when you look back at this collection maybe 10 years down the road. So leave your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of this Callen Schaub Saucony Shadow 6000? Between the two shoes, which of the two do you guys prefer? Are you more into the retro 90s look, or are you feeling the 2010s era running shoe look? There's no right or wrong answer, so leave your thoughts down below. As usual though, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelt out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Another huge shout out goes out to Saucony Canada for sending me over this pack. Appreciate all your love and support. Every comment, like, all that stuff goes a long way. It really makes me feel like my work is being appreciated. So thank you again, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.